Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Tarot, getting ready to do your January 2020. How's your money? How's your honey? I thought about it and I was like, well, I've done all these other readings for Taurus. Why not? You know what? Yeah, we getting one too. So, yeah, you're getting this on top of everything else. That's okay. This is 3 for the money. 3 for the honey, 2 for overall energy, and I will let the oracle cards fall where they will. I'm going to venture a guess, and I promise you I don't even remember. I know I did a reading, the weekly update and some other stuff. I don't remember, but I'm going to guarantee that the energy is going to resonate with some of the other readings that I've done for you, Taurus. So just... some of you may want to go back, don't watch the whole doggone video, but kind of snoop around and see where the energy is resonating, where it's overlapping, and make sure that it is, just because a weekly update and January 2020 for Taurus had overlapping energy. So this is going to be a finer look at that energy on love and money. Not as long, but probably a little more intense, I'm guessing, just by what I'm feeling right now. And I said I wasn't going to be cutting cards on camera no more, but there you go, I'm still doing it. So, a reminder, I do my cards straight up. I don't do reversals. I love you guys. Happy New Year. Thank you for liking, sharing, and subscribing. Please continue to do so. Leave me comments. Let me know what's going on. So your overall energy for your money and honey reading. Ooh, this chakra shit. Top end. That's that. You see purple or this kind of deep indigo blue. Intuition. Third eye. And then you need to be speaking on what you see. Oh, come on now. So for the money. Triumphant success. Oh, shit. You creative folks out there, there's your fertility card. And memories of love. Oh, shit. Wait, hold it. Let me get over here. Love. Financial and material changes. Firm foundation. And the hot. Okay, work it out. Heart chakra. You got 3 chakras. I'm going to come back to that in a minute. Just bear with me. All right, so from the little deck, the third eye or the IC chakra pulls the 6 of Cups. The I speak, your throat chakra, pulls my favorite card. I ain't got no focus. I'm going to do it all. Scatterbrain. This shit right here. I bought this. Where did I get this? Burlington Coat Factory, I think. Or Kohl's, one of the two. Because of that card. I promise, because this is where your mind is. You're just all over the damn place. It's actually blown glass, and they just bent it, and yeah. That's where we are right now, and I get it. So just remember to be clear when you're speaking your truth. Hold that thought. Triumphant success is pulling the Chariot, fertility, pulling the 9 of Wands, memories of love, pulling the Knight of Cups. So this is romance, finance combination type shit right here. In your romance sector, 7 of Cups falls on financial and material changes. 2 of Swords falls on the firm foundation, and the 2 of Coins falls on the heart chakra. So let's just see what the hell we got going on here with how's your money and how's your honey, Taurus. Okay, so those of you that have been watching me the whole time, you know I didn't used to. I pulled these out of the deck when I first got this deck. I pulled these bad boys right out because I'm not a chakra kind of girl. If that makes any sense, I'm more into the how's your heart feeling. Where's your head? Is your back hurting? And I understand all of this is intertwined, but chakras, it's like when you start adding letters to math problems, that's what chakras do to me. It's like, you know what? I ain't do all this extra shit. But I woke up one day and I don't know, Michael, Gabriel, one of the two was in my ear like, yo, 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 get them chakra cards and put them back in the deck. And that's exactly what I did. What I am beginning to find out now is that when you're trying to do things from an authentic place, your chakras come into play. And that, Taurus, you got 3 chakra cards on the board. It's telling me if you don't have your intuition lined up with your mouth, lined up with your heart. One more again. If you don't have your intuition lined up with your mouth and your heart, third eye, throat, and heart. If you don't have these 3 things lined up, this is where you're going to end up. And this is funny because I just read something, a numerology, those of you that follow numerology, numerology.com, they just sent me my annual 2020, blah, 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 blah. And I was reading through it, and it was saying that because this is a 4-year, 2 and 2 make 4, come on now. You got 6 and 5 up here. But at any rate, this is 2020 is a universal 4 years. So for all of us, it's a 4-year. If you want to know your personal number in numerology, it's your birth month, date, and this year, 2020, and you add that up and it'll tell you what your personal year number will be. At any rate, talking about setting your intentions now, because if you don't set them now, one more again, you're going to end up on the freeway of hell trying to figure out how to get back off the on-ramp. Work it out. And I just not even with an hour ago read that. And so I guess I was reading it because I normally don't read that this early in the day. I'm guessing I read it because I was getting ready to do this reading. So thank you, universe, for the heads up. However, when you set your intentions, and I think I'm going to have to say this, and y'all going to be like, huh? Don't feel like because whatever you're trying to manifest or whatever your intentions are, don't feel like they're so crazy that it won't happen. This is exactly the year that shit will happen. But in order to make that crazy big time shit happen, you've got to be clear. Your intuition needs to be working with your mouth, needs to be working with your heart. And when I see multiple chakra cards on the table for any reading, it is a very clear indication to me that either you have those things in alignment, you need to get them in alignment, or you are getting them to get into alignment. It's one of those 3 things. And there's no second guessing, there's no bullshit, and there's no back into this shit. You've got to get your intuition. You've got to start following what your gut is telling you, particularly where your money and your romance is concerned. Everybody else can get in where they fit in. Those 2 things. Somebody trying to creep back into your cup from the past. This is kind of in your overall energy. Some of you may be trying to cut the cord with somebody. Some of you may be seeking somebody from the past. But however, they're trying to, whoever it is, whenever this connection happens, if you're thinking about this person like that, they're going to try and get back in your cup. And you need to be following your intuition. So whatever your intuition, and that this is in your overall energy is telling me this shit is already on your mind. Period. It's already on your mind. You're already thinking about it. You're either thinking about cutting some shit loose. It's a new year. You ain't trying to drag all that old bullshit from last year into this year. Or you get ready to pick up the phone and call somebody. However, you know this, but now I'm going to confirm it for you. You need to follow your intuition. If your intuition is saying, yo, hey, yo, whoa, don't pick up that phone, then don't do it. If it's on you like that, where you feel like, I had to call this person. I just need to know that they're okay. Listen to what your intuition is telling you. If you pick up the phone and the bottom of your stomach falls down into your knees, hang up. That's listening to your intuition. And sometimes our brains will overpower us momentarily into thinking we should be doing something else, and our gut and our hands and some other shit will be like, no, don't do it. We're sweating for a reason. This is in your overall energy. On the back end, you're trying to talk what you're feeling, but for some of y'all, it's getting stuck. And that's why this is in your overall energy, because you're trying to articulate the I speak throat. You're trying to get some shit out. But again, you're all over the mall. And so it is really time, if you have any inklings that you are wandering around aimlessly in your brain, it is time to cut that shit out and get busy trying to figure out what you're going to manifest for 2020. The numerology article moved me so much, I actually have a little whiteboard above my desk. I wrote down 4 things for this year. That period. You have to be that clear, that concise, and you need to move that quickly. I know I said in the weekly update when I did it that you don't need to rush, but you ain't got all day. Just put that out there. We're talking about your money. There's success. If you haven't seen it, smelt it, talk to it. It's there. It's coming towards you. But at the end of all of this, it's major arcana. You're going to have to make up your mind what direction you want to go in. For some of you, it's about changing jobs. For others of you, it's about starting something new yourself and a business. You need to make up your mind. Once again, we're talking about setting your intentions now. What direction you're trying to go in, and you need to get your loyalties going in the direction that you want to be in. Do not be paying attention to fucking loyalties where you are currently, because that ain't going to do nothing but keep you stuck there. And if you're not feeling triumphant success anywhere in your near future where you are, then you need to be showing your loyalties to where you want to go. I'm just saying, this is major energy. It is shit or get off the pot time when it comes to your finances and your career. And you need to make up your mind. The universe is going to deal with whatever your will is, good, bad, or indifferent. So if you decide you want to stay where you are, and 6 months from now it's all kind of shake up and upheaval, just know that was the decision you made. So be clear. Once again, it's on the board, so it matters for everything. Listen to what your gut is telling you. If it's time to move on, no matter how scary, big, it is, it's time to go. It's just time to go. Hanging on to old shit keeps you stuck in old shit. At the middle of all of this, those of you that are working on creative projects, get the hell up out your head and quit blowing everything out of proportion in your head. You're overanalyzing. It is just what it is. It's a creative project. It's going to, look at her hair, it's going to take on a life of its own. But you need to get the hell out of the way so that can happen, and get out of your head thinking everything is on fire and just over-exaggerating and overwhelmed and over. Let that energy go and let the creative flow. Taurus, where you will have a problem this year is when you decide to dig in your hooves on some stupid negative shit. This is the year to let go. This is not a year for us to be trying to maintain and control every aspect of anybody's everything. This is not that year. Particularly where you are concerned with your money. If you want to see the money coming, you need to put your creative intentions out there and open your hand. Don't sit here all nervous. Nothing can get in a closed hand. You can't put no coin in here if it's closed. So take a step back, take a breath, relax, and let the energy come to you. Some of you may have been dealing with in your past memories of love, some little greedy, selfish bugger that took you on an emotional ride. Look at that Cups card, emotions, and in one way or the other got into your money. So now when I say one way or the other, they may not have actually said, give me $100 and do, but they may have bullshitted so much of your time away you had to take days off or call in sick, or they may have just bullshitted and said they were going to do something and pay you back and they still ain't paid you back. Or it may even be a situation where they should have been helping you, whether you wanted them to or not, and they didn't. Let it remain a memory. They are going to try and come back, and they're going to use their purse. Let's work this out. They're going to use their wallet to try and wiggle and worm their way right back and get you right back to where you were when all this shit started. keep it a memory, baby. Keep it a memory. It's falling in the finance role because the finances are going to walk in the door before the person actually, if that makes any sense. So they're going to come in the door with gift in hand, check in hand, cash in hand, whatever, liquor, food, whatever. You're gonna see that before you see them. Let's just keep this a memory. Keep it a memory. You can do just this right here. Pick it up, look at it, sniff it, walk around it, do whatever. But let's keep it a memory. Do not try and bring this energy forward because it's on repeat. So if you ever look at the videos on YouTube, there's a little thing somewhere down in the lower right hand corner, I think, where it'll allow you to repeat the videos. That's what we on right here. Repeat. Let it stay a memory. They're coming in the door with the money first, so it's going to be something. It might be an offer for a trip. It could be all kind of crazy shit. Just know, let it stay a memory. When we get to the romance row, and again, you got this crisscross, you're changing. And for quite a few of you, it is going to be about making a step up. Some of you, just look at the card, may be getting married this year. Some of you may be moving this year for love or job. Some of you may be adding on, i.e. a baby. But it's about the material changes, the financial and the material changes and how they relate to, just like I said, it's the same energy, but now it's shifting and shaping into what's really going on with you, Taurus. Are you stuck in relationships because of money? Are you waiting on somebody to pick up part of your burden? What is it? And I'm not judging. I'm not saying any part of that is wrong. Some people do better in relationships when, they can share shit 20, 50, 50, 40, 60, whatever. But what's really driving you about relationships? Because if you don't see them right now, they will appear. You've got options this month about whom, I said it right, you want to spend your time with. Look at it. You got options just like that. But again, here's option number one right here. Gonna lead in with the goodies. Not their heart. None of that. And if I were reading it like that, that would make more sense probably to you. Yeah, they're gonna lead in with the wallet. They're not leading in with the heart. That's why I'm saying it should remain a memory. But then we get down here, now it's time for you to start looking at your romantic situation. Why are you getting into the situations that you're getting in? On the one hand, others of you that are consciously making these decisions to get married, you need to think about your finances. You need to get them in some kind of order. And maybe the best option might not be the one with all the dollar signs. I know y'all going, how that what? Don't let somebody lead in with their wallet. You lead in with your heart. Think about what you're doing this year. Some of you, like I said, may be getting married. You need to take a long, hard look at why are you getting married because you love this person, or are you getting married for the financial stability? I promise you, and I'm talking from experience now, you try that bullshit, you are going to be a miserable ass in 6.2 seconds because settling for money does not provide emotional or romantic support. It just doesn't. It doesn't. If you're getting into something for money as the base, it's not going to happen. Look at the options that you have. And like I'm saying, the one with the most dollar signs might not be the one. You might need the one that's working really hard and has a goal. You need to be around somebody that's trying to do what you're trying to do on some level. But just getting with somebody because they got a lot of extra dollar signs and gold and shit, that may not actually be the better thing for you, Taurus. We're very practical creatures, and even though we like luxury, at the end of the day, we're not trying to do no strange, fucked up shit to get it. That ain't how we roll. We work hard for what we have. That's how we like things. So I don't know, I keep coming back here. Let this stay a memory. And I think some of you may be blindsided because there are dollar signs. Look at all your choices. Don't let your judgment be clouded on some bullshit. In the middle of all of this, it's about having a firm foundation. But what you need to do is look at the reality of your situation and quit tripping and overanalyzing. If you're with somebody that's only giving you 10%, however this is resonating with you, and you giving 125%, do the math. Do you need that person, or are you carrying that person? And do you need to continue to carry somebody emotionally? All up in your head. Think about it. Do you need to be carrying somebody emotionally? And I think for a lot of you, you've been doing it for so long, you didn't got into this groove, where you're used to the abuse. And by abuse, I mean somebody that's not fully supporting you. When you're hurting, they don't ever seem to be around to lend a shoulder to cry on. That kind of abuse. I'm not talking physical. Y'all know how I feel about domestic violence. Get the fuck out that shit. Do the best you can. Get out. But I'm just talking about just that little shit. And then at the end of all of it, making you feel like an ass because you were trying to reach out. Is that what you need in your life? Is that the damn 4? There you go. Is that gonna build? Is that the kind of thing you want to build your relationship on? Or are you trying to build it on a firm foundation? Again, and I'm going to say this, and look at the card and hear what I'm saying. You might not want to be looking at the one with the dollar signs. You might want to be looking at the one that's got the jackhammer in his hand. Hello, got a back looking like this. Come on now. I'm just saying. That's going to be willing to put in the hard work. A relationship ain't just some shit you go, oh, we're going to get together. And then you just cruise through and ain't shit to fight about. There's no conflict and everything is just easy peasy. No. Getting into a relationship and blending and melding kids and environments and families and all that bullshit, whether you're dating or getting married, that's a lot. And you need somebody that's going to put in the grit just like you are. Trying to get somebody leading in the door with the dollar signs, go ahead. That ain't going to net you much, though. Because people throwing money at you when you have real emotional things that need to be dealt with, and I'm not saying anybody's crazy or anything, but we all go through it. Think about what you're doing and see the reality of all of your options, not just one or two of them. See the reality, work the angles. Again, I'm going to say what I said for the weekly and the monthly. Don't rush, but you ain't got all day. So I know at some point last year I was talking to y'all about getting your mind ready to make decisions on the fly. Here we go, on the fly. You got some time, but you ain't got all day. Just saying. At the end of all of this is where you're trying to be. In the green, happy pastures that the bulls love so much. And this is the heart chakra I love. This is where your abundance is. This is where your growth and your evolution is. Don't get all fucked up and wishy-washy on some shit. Pick one, make the decision with the best of your intuition and thought processes you can get together. Make a decision. Don't be going back and forth. Whomever you pick, the old clown coming in the door with the wallet and the bag, or the new guy that's working 80 hours every 2 days, make your decision and be done with it. And let your heart have some say in this. Let your heart do. Your intuition, your mouth, and your heart need to be in alignment. I know I said this at the beginning. So you can make a good decision for you, a sustainable decision for you, a long-lasting decision for you. And the confusion and the wishy-washy, let me just put them upside down because you look too happy straight up. And the bullshit, that's all the shit you need to leave right where the hell it is. I know Christians have a saying, and I actually like it because it makes perfect sense to me. I would change the words probably, but I know They say God is not the author of confusion. And I'm going to just go on my shit and say the universe does not entertain chaos and dumb shit. It's too orderly, it's too structured, and it operates on too many things being in harmony. Everything in the galaxy's got to be working in harmony. When it's out of harmony, it will correct itself. So, again, making sure your intuition, your mouth, and your heart are in alignment. Let's see, picked up the other oracle cards. Want to see what they have to say. I'm going to pull them to, I can't pull them. The Altar Priestess, the Fire Prince, the Resting Tree, Spirit Communication, the Diamond Dreamer. I mean, damn. Cards don't be lying. They just don't be lying. Man. So the Altar Princess, or Priestess, I'm sorry. In this deck, I usually pull out the energy that's screaming at me. The Altar Priestess, preparation. And so what I just said a few minutes ago, last year I know I was telling people, you know, get your thinking shit, your processes, hone them up. Because you're going to have to start making decisions this year on the fly. You're not going to have, you got options. It's telling you, you got options. And some of these options can change your complete life. But you need to be making decisions with the right shit. So hopefully you got prepared. Hopefully you are prepared to start making these decisions and following your intuition, listening to your heart, and getting your mouth in tune with those two things. The Fire Prince, optimism and aggressive. I'm going with optimism and remaining positive through this process. Knowing that some things that you're going to see in the next 3 or 4 weeks is going to be some straight ass bullshit. I'm sorry, it's upside down. That's exactly where, some straight ass bullshit. But being optimistic about your future, when you set your intentions for this year, don't start with the can'ts and I don't want. No, come with the positive. I will. I can. I have. Out the gate. Out the gate. The Resting Tree, patience and stillness. I'm going to go with stillness so you can hear your intuition. And get just right up under that damn tree and hear what your gut is telling you. Stillness. That is the best way to hear what your intuition is trying to tell you. The Hawk Prince, spirit communication and paying attention. I'm going with both of them. Some of y'all need to talk to spirit so you can be assured that your intuition is giving you what it needs to give you, and paying attention to the dumb shit. So you can just bypass it. Pay attention to what's going on around you. Again, those of you on the romance tip, you got a lot of options. Pay attention to the details. See what people, look at them red flags. They ain't just flying up there for no reason. They're trying to show you something. So pay attention and communicate with spirit. It's not going to hurt you to communicate with spirit. The Diamond Dreamer, material wealth, and true prosperity, I'm going with both of those two. It's time. But you need to make up your mind what direction you want to go in. As simple as that. Material wealth and true prosperity. You just need to make up your mind what direction you want to go in and go with it. At the end of all of this, whatever decisions you make, whether financially or romantically, make the decision and let it go. I love you, Taurus. I'm going to leave your reading here. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, y'all.